Greetings netizen, how are you today? I hope that you're looking forward to the news today just as the international community are awaiting Kri Bima Suci and Kri Franz. What's more is that there's a special event at the TNI joint exercise. All have been packed for you in the Navy Weekly News. After completing the last stage of the Tall Ship Race 2023 event, Kri Bima Suci arrived at the port of Arendalhaven, Norwegia. The arrival of Kri Bima Suci from the finish point to the dock was accompanied by hundreds of visitor ships. After completing the last stage of the Tall Ship Race 2023 event, Kri Bima Suci arrived at the port of Arendalhaven, Norwegia. The arrival of Kri Bima Suci from the finish point to the dock was accompanied by hundreds of visitor ships. This definitely became a special moment as Kri Bima Suci's arrival was very awaited by people from any halves of the world. Not only waiting for the arrival of the warship, but also the excitement of the soldiers' performance, of whom were joined in Kartika Jalakida Task Force 2023 with the cadets of the Indonesian Naval Academy Batch 70, which always mesmerized the spectators. Upon the arrival to Arendal, Norwegia, which was the last city of the Tall Ship Race 2023 event, all crew and cadets demonstrated a spectacular performance, starting from the traditional costume at the Royal Parade, Kinderang Suling by cadets of the Indonesian Naval Academy Batch 70, and the excitement of the crew at every port they visited. According to the commander of the Kartika Jalakida Task Force, Commander Sati Lubis, this was a concrete evidence of international community's interest towards Indonesian culture. We are proud that Kri Bima Suci's task force as diplomatic and ambassadorial voyage mission promotes Indonesia and nurture brotherhood. Maritime Task Force TNI Garuda Contingent 28 and UNIFIL held the election of example NCO and enlisted, which aimed to encourage the soldiers to strengthen integrity, sharpen ability, and increase professionalism in carrying out the entrusted duty. Keep on innovating in developing personnel as well as becoming an evolution media to supervise personal development through awarding example soldiers is a method practiced by Commander of MTF, who is none other than Commander of Kri Franz, Commander John David Nalasakti Sondak, to increase the soldiers' abilities. The example soldier election began from observation and evaluation at each department to be further proposed one example NCO candidate and one example enlisted candidate representing each department. On the last stage, 2 NCOs and 2 enlisted with highest cumulative points partook in the example soldiers competition. Resultantly, Sri Wahyuningsi, Petty Officer 2nd Class, was elected as example NCO and Bangga Aditya, 1st Seaman, was elected as example enlisted in 2023. The evaluation was affected by integrity, hard work, dedication, loyalty, and professionalism in duty. This also represented appreciation and recognition for the soldiers' work, which had maximally poured their strength and thought for the organization. Three different missiles were fired by Indonesian warships at Java Sea as the apex of field maneuver at the TNI Joint Exercise 2023. The Indonesian Navy simultaneously fired 3 types of missiles from onboard 3 plated warships of the Indonesian Navy at the TNI Joint Exercise 2023. On board Kri Rajiman Diningrat, the Chief of the Indonesian Navy, Admiral Muhammad Ali, spectated the apex of the joint TNI exercise, which was at a stage of field maneuver. The 3 missiles which belonged to the Indonesian Navy which would be fired were XSS MM40B3, which will be fired from onboard Kri Raden Edi Martadinata as the main shooter, and Kri John Lee as the reserve shooter. For C802, it will be fired from onboard Kri Yosudarso as the main shooter, and Kri Abdul Halim Perdana Kusuma as the reserve shooter. Meanwhile, C705 will be fired from onboard Kri Tombak as the main shooter, and Kri Sampari as the reserve shooter. The main target for 3 of the missiles was Kri Slamet Riyadi, which joined the Indonesian Navy's fleet in 1987 and had no longer operated since 2019. The naval warfare exercise had thus far carried out 3 missiles firing in the last semester. This aimed to increase the preparedness of the Indonesian Navy's units in carrying out war military operations, as well as training to increase the interoperability between the power and instrumental weapon system of TNI for the construction and development of defense hitherto. A number of senior officers present were the Commander-in-Chief of the Indonesian Armed Forces, Admiral Yudo Margono, and state officers also spectated the missiles firing on board Kri Rajiman Radio Diningrat. Triumph My Navy, jalesvevajayamahe. And that is our Navy Weekly News this week. Don't forget to keep up with our Navy News in Bahasa by subscribing to our channel on YouTube. And don't forget to turn on notification to get notified for more updates. Follow us on our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and keep on supporting us to serve the best for our nation. Jalesvevajayamahe. At the sea, we're triumphant. I'm Surgeon Maria, and looking forward to seeing you again next week.